Thank you, Madam Bharti ji, Madam Henrietta as Fore, Executive Director of UNICEF, all the excellencies and dignitaries present here, ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed an honor to be a part of this Mahatma Gandhi International Sanitation Convention. Tomorrow is 2nd October and we'll start celebration of 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi ji did not just give us political freedom, but he was instrumental in giving us freedom from many evils. And he was instrumental in starting a cleanliness drive across the country as a part of freedom movement, because he always believed that we are sure to achieve freedom one day, but it is important how do we make and shape this country. And he always used to say, cleanliness is next to godliness. If you really want to worship God, God also wants clean heart, clean mind, clean body and clean environment. He was one person who himself nearly every day used to do community cleanliness work and used to inspire thousands and thousands of people. After our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji took over in 2014, he set audacious target, what it seemed audacious that time, of making India open defecation free by 2019. In fact, many believed that it's like any other announcement. But first thing in the journey towards ODF and sanitation is a leadership which can inspire people. All of us know that no such program can attain success without people's participation. We have to make it people's movement. And when every single Indian saw our own Prime Minister taking a broom in his hand and cleaning places, it became a revolution. And everybody, every single citizen started setting up a goal for himself. So I think unless we inspire people, unless we take their participation, we are not able to achieve this. And as a government program, we may create a lot of sanitation infrastructure, we may construct toilets, But what if nobody is using them? I come from a city, Nagpur, which is second capital of my state. Mumbai is my state capital. And in Nagpur, we always used to go to an area called Barakoli. Barakoli is 12 rooms. And I never knew why it is called Barakoli, why it is called 12 rooms. Then one day, it was revealed to me that some 2-3 decades back, in one of the government's program, 12 toilets were constructed there. And people that time said, why do we need toilets? There is so much of open space, we can go there. So they destroyed the seed and started using those toilets as their rooms to dump whatever they had. And that is why it was called Barakoli, 12 rooms. So, unless there is a participation from people, we are never going to achieve that. So in the state of Maharashtra, and let me tell you, it's second largest state after Uttar Pradesh, with a population of 120 million people. And although it had always been a very forward-looking state, with a lot of industrialization, and today it contributes around 15% to the national GDP. It's a powerhouse, but such powerhouse was totally lacking in sanitation. And as rightly told by Madam Minister, the entire coverage of sanitation was 45%. Not a single city was ODF, not a single district was ODF. The smallest unit, which is taluka, not a single taluka was ODF. And there was this huge target before us. Our Honorable Prime Minister had set a target to make India open defecation free by 2019. So we said that if Maharashtra cannot do it, nobody will be able to do it. We set a target of 3 years for us. And we said we will finish it off in 3 years. And we started with community outreach. The first thing which we did was lot of community outreach. Every single government official, every single public representative was requested to go to the villages. There are 40,000 villages in the state of Maharashtra. We sent people, we decided that in first go, we will reach 2 million families and make them aware what they are losing without sanitation. We'll take their help, and with their help, we'll construct toilets. And we could reach 2 million families in 3 months. And we had such an interaction that the entire participation started. And in first year itself, we could construct 1.7 million toilets. And in the last year, we constructed around 2.2 million toilets. In total, we have constructed around 6 million toilets. And if you look at the work which we could do since our independence, 1947 up to 2014, we could construct 5 million toilets, and in 3 years, we could construct 6 million toilets. In the urban area, in the rural area, we also constructed around 300,000 community toilets, and in nearly 2.5 years, urban Maharashtra became ODF. In 3.5 years, rural Maharashtra became ODF, and the entire Maharashtra, after a long process of assessment, was declared ODF. And our challenge, of course, was creating the infrastructure which we could do, but that also helped our economy because it created a huge opportunity for creating jobs into all sanitary wares. New type of toilets were invented where less water is required, which are easy to clean. A lot of innovation went into it. In the rural area, people started innovating and they started coming to us that our model is better and you adopt this model. A massive drive to train people, masons and all workers into this was taken up, and that created a lot of jobs, and I think that has helped our economy as well. And secondly, that has enhanced confidence in the mindset of people. Even in the rural area, now they have seen the transformation. They know we can transform. And today, when the second biggest program of our Honorable Prime Minister is on, where we have set a target to provide house to every single Indian by 2022, hopefully with this drive and with this confidence, Maharashtra will, at least in the rural area, be able to provide house to every single person much before 2022 and possibly by the end of 2019. Once people start changing their behavior, they start to act differently. And the major issue was sustainability. Now in most of the areas it is more than 18 months that the ODF is active, and we created several activities, outreach activities, to enable people to use these toilets. Good morning squads were created, where in many cases kids going to school started going on the streets with a whistle, and if they found somebody not using a toilet, they would just blow a whistle to shame the person. And since they were kids, nobody could fight. Many such innovative ideas were started. Every single village panchayat was given a target to set a plan of sustainability, and the state promised to help in sustainability. We also created a lot of awards into sustainability. I think last year we have given awards worth around 40 crore rupees to different local bodies for the sustainability into sanitation. And I must say that there has been huge response in the national ranking. Out of first 100 cities, 28 cities are from my state, many districts are from my state, and I think it has also helped, as rightly told by Executive Director, we have been experiencing it after creating toilets in schools. Girls have started going to schools more, the dropout rate has come down, they want to attend the school. So there is a huge cascading effect of creating this sanitation. Now we have moved forward, and on one hand, clean water to every village under the leadership of our Honorable Minister, who has been kind enough to give us a lot of support in getting clean water reach every single village. And now cities and villages are focusing more on solid and liquid waste management, which also is one of the major issues. And I think with the new zeal in people, with the participative approach, which was always theme of Honorable Mahatma Gandhi and now theme of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I think we'll be able to achieve this. So I once again thank you all for gracing this occasion and giving me this opportunity to tell you the story of state of Maharashtra. Thank you.
Thank you, Devendra ji, for sharing this